vacation is all about enjoying with loved ones and taking a break from the daily stresses. Our last family vacation was to Grandpa and Grandma's old house in Chempanarivi near one of the tropical rainforests in Kerala. I have read somewhere that city people have the culture and sights, beach people have the sand and surf, but woodsy people have peace and quiet, as everyone else leaves them alone. Yeah, that's right. We often visit our late grandpa's house near the woods when we needed a total break from all the hustle and bustle of our busy day-to-day life. Enjoying the beauty of thick rainforests with varied flora and fauna always gives a total happiness in life. And if it is raining, there is no words to express the feeling of it. Rain is beautiful, and the music of it is the most calming one. Achankovil Chempanarivi trip is a wonderful and exhilarating trip to anyone who loves a little wild adventures. This area is a dense and thick forest. Drive through the woods is really a different experience, and one can enjoy the beauty of lush green forest on the way. It was really a nice trip or a vacation travel with our family. We usually visit this place whenever we feel exhausted with the city life. We set off from Kudal in Kerala by car with Pathanavaram Karavu route was the one we chose. I actually didn't have a proper plan to record video as it was one of our usual trip, but I recorded a few random clips. As we reached our destination, the children were so excited to enjoy the beauty of the place. The remnants of a Kaval Madam or a watchtower kind setup in front of our grandpa's house was a nostalgic one. I have heard the story from ancestors that they built tree houses on strong trees, and from there they make sounds using tin drums to turn wild animals away from village areas near the forest. And when I saw this one, the first thing which came to my mind was the tree house, even though it was not the one. I could observe the peace and happiness of those who are living in the midst of forest. The tranquil atmosphere which was present everywhere was enough to make us feel free from stresses, and it was really a breathtaking journey through the woods. And each of the stops were so relaxing and calming. I could hear my inner sense saying to me, do something to preserve this beautiful nature and to call out its beauty to the world. When I was strolling through the properties of us in the midst of forest, I felt like I was in a dreamy world. Varied flora here attracted me a lot. Streams, ferns, and the beauty of red dragonflies were most exciting. My mind was so starved for months to enjoy this magic of nature when I had to stay in my Mumbai house without any vacation to Kerala due to the COVID-19 pandemic. But at last I reached back to this place just to embrace the real beauty of nature. Wildflowers can't ever beat the beauty of the ones that we see in our gardens, but these do have their own dignity, which will be to all others. Our journey with kids through woods was not just enjoying a vacation, but it was more than that. They could feel that the nature itself is the best lab to experiment with things. They learned the reaction of touch me not plants when someone tries to attack it, and felt themselves more happy than usual. As we were strolling through the woods, my daughter was stopped by a small stream with small fishes in it. And like me and my kids, my in-laws, who were a little old generation, didn't want to waste their time by strolling casually through the woods, but they made themselves busy by harvesting black peppers, areca nuts, coconuts, etc. from the multi-crop farm. These people are not using any machines to harvest from long pepper vines. Instead, they use long bamboo poles as in traditional ways of black pepper harvesting. And he seemed to be quite comfortable in doing it. As it was a perfect vacation with nature, we wandered through all the nooks and corners by exploring more fascinating things about nature. As the pandemic was everywhere, we took precautions of wearing masks, sanitizing hands on all its way. Children were super excited to try all the tricks on the way, and they enjoyed playing with prop routes and crossing the stream through the top of a log. All the way, I was busy with telling the names of plants and trees to my kids. My little one stopped suddenly on the way as she heard some hissing sound of a snake. This vacation was awesome for kids as they got chance to be with their grandpa. They helped him in his farm in harvesting turmeric and all. On the way, they started singing the rhyme. Old MacDonald had a farm. E-I-E-I-O.
Kadambapara. ഇവിടെ ഞങ്ങള് മഞ്ഞളെ പറിക്കാൻ വന്നേക്കോ മഞ്ഞളിൽ സാധനം മഞ്ഞൾ നട്ടാൽ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് വരിക പക്ഷെ നമ്മൾ ഇവിടെ നല്ല കളിക്കണം പിന്നെ പറിച്ചു വീഴും അപ്പൊ അതുകൊണ്ട് ഞാൻ ബക്കറ്റാണ്.
After finished with harvesting, we decided to go to Achankovil River in the midst of forest. We passed halfway in our car and after that we had to walk by foot only, as there was no proper routes to the river. Children also took the fishing net with them in the hope of doing fishing in the river. Forest was thick and dense. Often we could hear the wild animals and bird sounds breaking the silence of the forest. As it was summer days, the river was almost dried up at many places and which helped us to walk through the river. This wilderness was extremely beautiful as well as fearful. Fearful in the sense that this river and its banks are the wild animals' most frequent visiting places. Herd of elephants usually comes here to drink water from this river and we could see the elephant poops here at this place, and which increased my fear a little bit, but to enjoy these extreme beauties, we often need to take risks and to do some adventures, and that's what we did here. The memories of last time visiting this river still gives me a lot of good feelings. And it was in last May. They were full of butterflies here and the beauty they created were so amazing. Each time we visit this place, it has different stories to tell us. And I guess there is something magical in this place, and which is attracting us again and again to this place. After having spent a considerable amount of time in the river, we left the place and headed back to our grandpa's house. It was indeed a perfect vacation with nature and we all enjoyed it a lot. We left Chandanaruvi with peace, gentleness and warmth of forest and forest villagers in our mind. Thank you for watching the video. Stay tuned for more interesting videos from Sarah's Nature and Travel Stories.